Really a big-time battle. I thought first half on our heels a little bit. San Diego State dictated for most of the first 20 minutes. Thought we really gathered ourselves and fought like crazy second half. San Diego State's a terrific ball club, and we didn't quite finish the way we'd like to have finished, but good fight. Proud of the guys, and we'll learn from it, and disappointed in the result right now, but we'll take steps forward.
Thank you, Coach. Now we'll open up for questions for the student athletes. Go ahead, right here.
Can both of you guys talk a little bit about what happened on that last possession, on that turnover with about 20 seconds left to go?
Well, Coach drew up a play for Trey to set a back screen for me, and I was supposed to throw the lob, and it just wasn't high enough.
Yeah, we had a play designed, and, we had an open look at it, and they just happened to get a ball on a hand on the ball as it went up, and, that caused the turnover.
Back here.
Chase, how disappointing is it knowing that you're open right there, the ball could come, you can give your team the lead, and then it doesn't happen?
It's very disappointing, but, I mean, that's the way the game goes. Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way.
Can you guys just talk about the disappointment of not just losing to San Diego State 3 times, but losing to them in 3 games where you were right in it in the last minute or two?
It's pretty frustrating because we know we can compete with them, and you go into games like that expecting battles. As a basketball player, those are the type of games you look for, and just to come up short, like 3 times in a row. I mean, it's very disappointing, but we're looking forward to the tournament now, and games like this help you get ready for the atmosphere and battles like that in the NCAA tournament.
You want to respond, Chase?
He pretty much said everything I was going to say.
Okay. Other questions? Okay.
You guys, what did you learn last year going into the NCAA tournament off of an emotional loss? You had another one last year going into the tournament. How do you avoid maybe any of the pitfalls you had last year by just losing a bunch of momentum late?
Just maintaining our focus in practice, focusing on what we have to do as a team and as a unit, and just playing hard together, making plays for each other. Same as we've been doing for the past few weeks. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, pretty much what he said. We just got to play hard for 40 minutes, going into the tournament. Last year, we kind of, felt our way through the first half, and then, the second half we kind of turned it up. So we just got to come out from the gate, playing hard, flying around, dictating, taking passes away, and, the stuff we've been doing over the last couple of weeks and that we did early in the season to get where we're at.
Chase, just one more thing about the last play. It might have looked like a high-risk play to some people, but did you feel like the play was there, it was open, and it was the right call?
Yeah, I felt like the play was open. The ball just didn't get high enough, and they tipped the ball. Unfortunately, it just didn't bounce our way.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Back here.
I know this is a really tough loss, but do you guys still feel like maybe you're carrying a little momentum going into the NCAA tournament, just with how you played to end the year?
I believe so. Like I said, games like this, against the top 10 team in the nation, it prepares you for those battles in the NCAA tournament. We're feeling good about what we did, what we're doing and did. We came up short tonight, but the exciting thing for us, we feel we can play so much better. We feel like we could play, a full 40 minutes of good basketball, and that's what we're looking forward to.
We just got to play the full 40 minutes. First half, I felt like we kind of dug ourselves a hole, and it's tough to dig yourselves out of that when you're playing against a tough team like San Diego State. So we just got to play hard for 40 minutes.
Chase, could you talk a little bit about having a breakout game against San Diego State? You've struggled a couple times against them this year, and in that first half, you really carried the Rebels offensively. Could you just talk about that?
Coach drew up a play for us, and we kept running it, and my teammates kept looking for me, and they was finding me, and I was able to knock them down.
Okay, at this time, we'll dismiss our student athletes. Thank you. Now we'll take questions for Coach Kruger.
Coach, take me through the design on the last play and what you were thinking and what you saw from the bench there.
We'd run it once in the first half, and simply, Trey's going to set a back screen on Chase. They're not leaving Trey, so Oscar got the ball in Oscar's hands, and really, if it was open, throw it. If not, we had Trey popping and for a drive and a catch and drive with Chase sitting in the corner. So but he was open. Oscar made the right decision, just didn't quite get it high enough. But game of inches.
Right here.
Coach, you were down 10 at the half. It looked like in the second half you came out and were a little more aggressive, running more, pushing the ball more, guys getting to the line more. Was that by design in the second half?
Defensively, we had to do something more. First half, I thought San Diego State did what they wanted to, threw it where they wanted to, didn't have much opposition from us. I thought in the second half that's where it started. Defensively, we got much more aggressive, and that created some opportunities to run out and attack a little bit more offensively. But it started with us defensively in the second half.
Kind of building on what Anthony said about how last year in the NCAA tournament you had a young team. A lot of guys hadn't been there before, played there before, and they felt things out for the first half. How much more do you like the way this team is going into the tournament this year? Even off of a loss like this.
Hey, experience is valuable. Last year when you lose that last game, it really hurts. And having experienced that last year, now you're going to work a little harder to make sure you try to do everything you can to avoid that feeling of a loss at the very end. So that's what experience is about. Guys were right there at the end against Northern Iowa a year ago. Didn't happen. Very disappointed. I think they'll benefit from that, knowing that feeling this time around.